Hey y'all, welcome back to a new video. This is more of a subscriber kind of request, and it's one that I just wanted to do for you guys. I didn't know if you guys wanted it. This is on Mara and SOS, one of like the most one of the, I guess, hyper plays right now because of Bitcoin. I've been trading this stock like clockwork these days. It's literally following Elliott waves and other technical patterns to the T, so it's been very profitable for me, and I just wanted to show you how we can trade this kind of safely. Okay, so I have a chart already for these guys, but if we want, we can make this together. Okay, so I'll put a picture up in here what Elliott wave impulse waves look like, but they're mainly 5 main waves in an Elliott wave impulse wave. The first one is we have our wave 1, then we have our wave 2, then we have our wave 3, we have our wave 4, and then we have our wave 5. Okay, so there's 3 main waves. There's 3 categories or 3 impulse directions for an Elliott wave. You have 3 uptrends kind of and 2 downtrends. So in this case, there are a couple of things that need to be certain for Elliott waves for these waves to count as one. So like I've said in my previous videos, wave 2 cannot retrace, so this wave cannot retrace more than the start of wave 1, which was here. Wave 3 must be the largest wave, so in this case that's correct. Wave 4 does not enter the price territory of wave 1, so that's correct. And wave 5 needs to end with a momentum divergence, and I'll also show you a technique to kind of actually get the price target for wave 5. Okay, so within Elliott waves, so each Elliott wave has Elliott waves inside of Elliott waves. So it's like once you start learning this technique, you realize everything is built of Elliott waves from one. So if we move to the weekly, this is kind of what I'm showing you in the weekly. I was just on the daily. So everything is built off Elliott waves. Everything is built off Elliott waves from the 1 minute to the 5 minute to the 1 hour to the 4 hour to the 1 week to the 2 weeks to the 1 month to the 1 year. So it's broken down into super cycles and then cycle. And so if you learn more about it, then for sure you'll understand what I'm saying. But if you don't know what I'm saying, just forget about what I just said. But within Elliott waves, I'll put a picture up again. You have your super cycles, so or mini cycles, so which is the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern inside of that, right? So if we call this wave 2, actually it's not exactly wave 2, sorry. Wave 2, so we had our, okay, so I can show you guys this from the beginning. I just don't want to take too much of your time. This is our wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So we can make this a purple, or no, that's an ugly color. Let me take off these moving averages for now, just so things look a little better. Sorry. Okay. Wave ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's your wave 3, that's your wave 4, that's your wave 5. Okay. In here we had what's called a 533 pattern or 535 pattern, where we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. We can make this red, and then we had an ABC move to the upside. So I'll post a picture of this in the corner of what exactly this is called. Can't remember off the top of my head, but that's your ABC pattern to the upside. So just a note, all of these super cycles, so each retracement is in 3 waves, and within those waves you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patterns, ABC patterns, etc. And then here we had an ABC to the downside, so A, B, C to the downside, and this marks the end of and this marks the end of, oh man, why can't I get this one? Let me move this, sorry, there we go. And this marks the end of wave 2, okay? So this is a 533 Elliott wave directional pattern, or 533 retracement pattern. And then we had a move to the upside, where again, like all upside moves, you have your 1, 2, and then 3, your largest move, 4, 5, and then we can make this green for money. All right, let's make this green too. Okay, So now, so as you can see, we had our impulse wave inside of an impulse wave. That's kind of what I was getting at. Okay, so here, what are we making? All right, so when I look at this, I see a clear A, B, C. Cool, right? Simple. Let's make this just because I don't want it to get too much in the way. No, black is ugly. White. Okay. That's a simple ABC to the downside. Like here, as you can see, we had our ABC, then we had other moves, but ABC to the downside also works as just the pattern. And a lot of times with wave 5, ABC is enough. We might go sideways, but this is kind of more of a waiting game. So you wait for your wave 5 target to come. If it's been following wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 correctly, then we're going to be following wave 5 correctly. So it's just, you can't predict a price a lot in the short term, but in the long term, looking at the waves and stuff, it's not too difficult. Okay, so let's continue on. How do we get the price target of wave 5? So there's two ways of getting the price target of wave 5. Some of my mentors, or I would say mentors, have told me you want a divergence in the stock price. Maybe RSI is coming down and the stock price is going up, or something that's indicating that we're gonna go to the downside. Or you want to get the price target using Fibonacci numbers. So in this case, what I found that works well, and this is kind of a tutorial for y'all. So if I take out the calculator and I get the measurement of wave 1, which is $4.56 about. $4.56, and then I get the measurement of wave 2, which is about $46. So add 46.44. It gives us $51. Okay, so then to get the price target of this, if I'm correct, I just want to check the exact number. It's 61.8%. So that's the Fibonacci number, 61.8%. That's $31. So I can take the bottom of wave C. So take the bottom of wave C and add $31 gives us $55 is our first price target. Okay, so let's say this first price target, and a lot of the times this is on the low side, right? You always want to take out off your profit, secure your profit as fast as you can. But my higher price target is the break of this. I would add so the break of this B. So what I found is the break of this B can also be a nice time to take profit. So that gives us a $71 price target. I think that's a little too high. 1 second. Impulse wave. I think it was on the weekly. Hold on. I had a price target of 61 when I did this myself. I just want to see how I figured it out. Forgot. It's been a long day. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. I was predicting the break of this wedge. So this is the break of this wedge, right? So I was predicting the break of this wedge to be here, right? And then I took $31, which is another good way of doing it. So just we have our two price targets within here, and then so we take off half at each price target, and the rest we hold for a divergence. Cool, because everything is so volatile. You want to secure your profit so you can sleep better at night. Okay, perfect. So that's on Mara, right? Now I can move on to SOS, and there's a lot more that I can tell you guys. Maybe one day I'll do a video on full Elliott waves, like how do you predict the bottom. Like for example, I could tell you this bottom was around 50%, which is an Elliott wave retracement. So these waves are the first point of strong support is 50%. So on wave 2, for example, so if we look at wave 2, the first point of strong support is 50%, then 61.8%, then 76.4%, then 85.4% of wave 1. So like I have these numbers off the top of my head. So these ones That's the kind of stuff that I already know, that I already checked for you guys. I didn't include in the video, just don't want to get it too long. But if you guys want a full video on SOS, on Elliott waves, just let me know. I might come up with a book or something, just because there's a lot of knowledge here. Okay, like again, I have price targets here laid out, but we can delete this and go through this ourselves. Okay, so SOS has yet to hit its wave 3, and that's why I think it's a very promising stock. So what I see from here, I see, okay, we've only had our wave 1, right? And then this is our wave 2, correct? Now we still need a monster wave 3, and then wave 4, and then wave 5, right? So this is like one stock that has yet to run, which has great potential. So we had our wave 1, then I can say, okay, so like I said last time, let's see how much of wave 1 did we retrace. So we retraced about 73% in total. So that correlates. So I'm just like ballparking it, but I feel like if you did the exact measurement, it would be 76%. About 76%. So our real support, actually, what am I doing? It's of this, right? So this is $15, about 14.73, and then we retraced $11. So calculate the percentage. It's probably around those fib numbers, like it tends to be. Okay, so we had our wave 1 here, and then now we're having a clear A, B, C retracement, right? So if you want to look at ABC starts where wave 5 ends, and wave A's length is 0.382 of wave 5. Yeah, so I don't know what I was gonna go with that. But this is a clear ABC pattern, like I was saying. Our strong point of support is also right here, so which also indicates to me that I don't really need to check. This is probably a strong 0.76 fib level. I can make this green just because I like it green. So that's our ABC, and like I said, this might go down today, this might go up tomorrow, but this is playing this pattern in the long term, or I can bet it is, because Elliott waves are probably the most predictable patterns. Okay, so we had our wave 2 here, so now let's get price targets for wave 3. Like I just put it here to $80. I wish it would go to $80, but that's not realistic. Wave 3 cannot be the shortest of the impulse waves. So wave 3 is always, or most of the times, your most ferocious wave. It's your highest. It's like think of it as your exponential, when everybody thinks it's mooning wave, right? So to calculate the price target of wave 3, what we can do is, if I know exactly, it's 161.8% of wave 1. 161.8%. So that's 14.45. And if I take 14.45 and I multiply that by 1.618, I get 23.38. Okay. Then I'll take the bottom of this wave, 23.8. 23.8. So that gives us a price target of 28. I previously had 25 because I already know that's a strong resistance point, for a psychological resistance point for a lot of stocks. Also, so instead of doing that exactly, so I can get the exact price target again. 23.801. 801. Okay, whatever. It's $28. So I'm gonna label this as exact price targets, and I'm gonna give you guys 2 price targets, which I think are gonna be safer opportunities. So let's call this exact. I like labeling this stuff just because when I look back in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know what I actually did. I have to redo everything, so started labeling everything exact price target. Okay, my 2 other price targets, which I would prefer you guys like trading, though this is like a textbook price target, I mean it's probably gonna hit. I would say $25, $25 and $30. So those are 2 psychological price targets. which a lot of people just like for example, let's say you're putting a limit order in, you'd rather put it at 25 than 28.32, you know. So it's kind of where I get these price targets from. And I can make this like red, no, not red, ugly, sorry, I care a lot about my colors. As you can tell, orange. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here, call this text psychological PT. And I don't need to put it, let's say put this on the top just so it doesn't, and I also can't spell, nice, I don't care, logical, yeah, I give up. I give up. Okay, psychological price target. So this is your exact wave 3 price target. This is your $25. So these are your psychological price targets. This is your $25 price target. And to predict where we're gonna retrace after wave 3, you can just take about 50% of wave 1 or 38%. So from 14.6 to 38.2%, I would go to towards the highest side because of the implied volatility that we have here. That's just me. But yeah, when the time comes, I'll be back here. Please subscribe if you aren't, sorry. And hope you guys enjoyed. I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Enjoy.